think Ijebu women are one of the most beautiful women in
And
Nigeria.
stylish.
Trust
Did you
me,
see?
like very stylish, very beautiful, very pretty women.
Because the place was really choked up. There was
Choked up, trust me.
suffocation, there was stampedes, a lot of people got injured,
Some people
and
fell
all
to
of
the
that.
ground.
Yeah, I saw people collapse, and all of that. And
They stole a lady's iPhone 16, and by the time they traced that, she was like, don't worry, she get another one, all this, I just got back. And then that by the time they traced the phone, it was ambushing.
Another episode of Explained here on Relufe TV. I am RTVX, so the vitamin baby.
And my name is AY with the double O. Hi guys.
Yeah. So you know how we do it here already. For context, X is the former app known as Twitter. And yes, so X, Twitter, that's what we're talking about. And Explained, we talk about trending tweets, gossips, viral, because X is a very controversial app. Right, so this is where we dissect everything. We tell you our opinions, and we get to hear from you as well.
All right, today we are going to be talking about the one and only festival of the year that has got everyone talking. We're going to be talking Ojude Oba today, and it got a lot of tweets, reactions, comment from people. Personally, we were there, and we went through it.
Oh my God! So let's not see. Let's not.
Let's not scare you.
Yeah.
For those of you that have not gone, if you have plans to go next year.
Mm-hmm. So I mean, it's a very well. Ayo, give us the history of Ojude Oba.
All right. So I'm going to talk about what Ojude Oba is. So Ojude Oba simply means in front of the king. By extension, the festival means in front of the king's palace. So it's an annual festival that is always 3 days after the Eid al-Adha, which is the Leah festival, with the Muslims. And it's something that, it's a traditional thing that is within, amongst the Ijebu people. They're the ones that, do the popular Ojude Oba. Now, Ojude Oba is not just limited to the Ijebus. There are other tribes that also do festivals like that in front of the king. But this popular one, of course, known as Ojude Oba, is for the Ijebu people in Ogun State. And I must say that, it started last year, right? I didn't know about the festival up until last year.
Because the festival has actually been on for a while. Over 100 years now.
Now, I didn't know until I saw pictures from last year with the King of Steeds, and a lot of, I'm like, what is this traditional thing going on here? So I think like every other person as well, the same way I saw it and I wanted to go for this year's one. It's the same way. Now, so
and see, the thing for me is that I was captivated by the beautiful display of the colors, the outfits. I mean, when I saw pictures, I saw the women. Women when they want to go all out,
trust me,
they will go. They don't hold back at all. And so I saw these pictures and I saw, who are these people? What is this festival about? And it's a really beautiful festival. And I'm so I'm one to want to preserve tradition and keep it going for generations to come. And I think that they are doing such an amazing job with that. I mean, it is something that has been going on for years, right? And I spoke with I interviewed a couple of people, right? And one of the persons that I interviewed, I asked him about how long he has been attending the Ojude Oba, and he looks like he's maybe like 60s or more, but he said he has been attending right from when he was a child. Right, in his words, right from when he could differentiate black from white, and he's still attending even till now. So it just tells you that there is something phenomenal about the culture that keeps them glued to it, that keeps them wanting to come over and over and over again. And I think that they've done such an amazing job in preserving that culture. And so beyond the vibrant display of colors, the outfits, and the Raz and everything, the razzmatazz, right, for the good drag me, the razzmatazz, I think that the culture of Ojude Oba is something really remarkable and, beautiful. So if you want to experience it, you are not wrong to want to experience it. Even if it's just the pictures that you've seen that make you interested in visiting it, it is totally valid, right? And they do not have restrictions. It's not restricted to only people in Ijebu. Everybody can actually visit, and trust me, it was a really beautiful, beautiful festival.
And
Right?
one thing not to miss out is the horse riding. I think that's like the major
Yeah,
highlight
that's
of
the
this
highlight.
festival. When each families, have to come out, represent, and it sort of seems like a competition, like who rides well or who rides better. I'm not sure if they are particularly competing, but there's always some sort of like a winner. At the end of each festival, like, okay, which family had the most, I don't know if it's steers or which family, rode better, the
Yeah.
horses, and all of that. And the gunshot, my eardrum. Oh my god. My eardrum but it was gunpowder, by the way, not bullets. But at the same time, I mean, this is one thing that they owed. So I saw that, regardless of the fact that we're in the modern world, everything that they are supposed to do traditionally,
Exactly.
they did it.
Yes.
Some families, I'm seeing them at the back, and I'm like, are these people going to get to the King's Court? They got there because that's the purpose of the festival.
Yeah.
So regardless of 12 a.m. or 12 p.m., they would make sure they complete all the
Yes,
rites.
you get like we got there very early that morning, and people were already seated. I mean, the stadium was already very packed, and at about like 1 p.m. the show had still not started, and these people were still sat. I'm like, this is something.
So beyond the aesthetics, they understand the tradition,
Yeah.
they understand the culture, and they're not going to miss out on that part because I mean, that's why we are here.
That's
before
what
the
we
whole paparazzi, glitz, glamour, and all of that. But
Yes,
I say that
so
the
well done.
crowd,
Like with
people turned up this year. I don't know how, when, but I think a lot of people just wanted to get involved without understanding what the culture I'm telling you. Because we think it's not the AMVCAs, it's not the BET, and it's their cultural festivals. I think we forget the fact that it's not just an award ceremony where they are saying, okay, best dressed, best this, best that. They have tradition, they have rights, they have these things have to be performed. And whether you're a visitor, you're there or not, if you like sit down for 10 hours, if they don't finish it, they're not going nowhere.
Exactly. I mean, everybody sat till the end. And I think that's something that was really beautiful for me because at a point I was like, if this thing is not going to start, then people should start going home now. But people actually sat. And I really love people that are passionate about culture and traditions because I think that it is a part of us that we must not lose come what may, right? You still have to be traced back to your roots, and it's a beautiful thing to be part of something as beautiful as that. However, so this is not an attack or anything, but there are certain things that happened during this Ojude Oba festival, and it was not a pleasant experience at all. So I understand that probably this is probably the biggest crowd that they've recorded so far in the history of Ojude Oba because the festival has started gaining more traction, since content creators, photographers started talking about it, and the uprising of Farouk Oriagba from last year. So a lot more people have gotten curious about it, wanted to know what it's about. And so more people came this year, and it was a mammoth crowd. So I'm guessing that probably the organizers did not see this influx coming because it was as though there was no plan for the crowd.
Even for half that crowd, I still think there was just no plan whatsoever. They just want, it's like, pure vibes. Let's just flow with it. Like, okay, it's our festival. They were making it seem like a festival of 100 people community, like a street festival or a street carnival where it's just one street to the end of the other street. No ambulance, no, nothing. Like, no first aid.
Yeah, okay. I think I saw it. I saw like 2 ambulance,
but they were not adequately stationed.
So the thing is that because of that crowd, the thing is that for most people that came in, even when they started having their crisis or whatever, because the place was really choked up. There was suffocation, there was stampedes, a lot of people got injured, and all of that. Yeah, I saw people collapse, and all of that. And so even before they were able to get them out of the crowd, it was a struggle because everywhere was locked. Do you understand? Even the bouncers and the policemen were overwhelmed. Do you get? So they were overwhelmed, and it was not. I don't know, but so before they were able to bring those people out of the crowd, it took a lot of time. Do you understand? But thankfully, we've not heard that anybody died so far. Yeah, but yeah. So just to concerning what you said, there were actually like I saw like two ambulance vehicles, and I think they did what they could actually. People were responded to as quickly as they could, right? Also, there were a lot of phone thefts.
Yeah, like
Hey!
a friend of mine was there with a particular Balogun family, and he said that the phone they stole a lady's iPhone 16, and by the time they traced that, she was like, don't worry, she got another one, all this I just got back.
Ah,
And then that by the time they traced the phone, it was ambushing. As at the last location that they traced it to, it was in motion. I'm like, you travel all the way from Lagos. That's the way you packed your bags. Oh, I'm going for Ojude Oba. I'm going to. Some people pack their bags to come and steal, and they cashed out. They stole.
yes.
Someone was saying they stole over 40 phones.
I saw that.
That's a old phone. That's a phone shop. That's a mini phone. Put up 40 phones. I'm going to start business. Like, come and buy phone. Come and buy phone. I'm selling.
And this is not even the economy to be losing your
To be
phone,
losing
'cause
phones.
I don't. I know that everybody cannot be good people in the world. I mean, we need chaos as well. For everything
But that's
to be
just a
balanced.
lot.
But coming to an event with the mindset to steal is just wicked. You get it? It's just wicked.
Still
No matter.
Coke, still
no matter-
Gala, still things that are easily
That
replaceable.
one does not have any return now.
Well,
I'm not
it's,
going
if you
to-
still
Yeah.
to eat, still because you're hungry.
Yeah, but coming to there was, oh my god, one very funny experience. So as we're trying to enter into the pavilion, because of the crowd that was there at the entrance, I think one horse riding family was trying to enter into the place as well, and so the bouncers were pushing everybody like, oh, we're going to talk about bouncer brutality now. The bouncers were pushing everybody, and as they were trying to push us, this man was trying to come outside, and
they
he just froze, and turned back immediately, and ran back a little, came back, and was like, my phone. I'm like,
My God.
the phone.
It's a lot.
And there were, several of such experiences. There was even this, one of my, one photographer that I know from Twitter, right? I saw him, right?
They
And
kicked him.
I was about to, we'll come to his tweet. So I was about to say, hi, I know you from Twitter. And then next thing I was seeing this guy, they've stolen my phone. And I'm like, oh my God, no. And, he was so pained. I even saw tears dropping from his eyes. And then he was like, I'm just tired. I'm tired. I'm like, God.
Because how do you even move from? I mean, you're beyond the phone. You're thinking of your information.
Yes.
You're thinking of your contacts. You're thinking of who you're trying to reach. So sometimes I'm not even thinking about the phone. I'm thinking of how am I going to start with my mail,
Again,
with
how are you going
my
to
social
retrieve
media
your SIM
handles,
card?
my
And-
bank app, more importantly, and
Yeah.
God.
And it's
Oh my
just
God.
a terrible experience. So yes, I think maybe we should have labeled this as things to look out for.
To look out for. And someone did
if
that,
you are attending, if you plan to attend Ojude Oba next year. So first of all, they will steal phones. So you want to be very, very careful with your belongings. I had a tote bag, and both my phones were in the tote bag. But like, I've never been so alert in my life. I was always checking, like, so I put both of them in one spot. So every 2 seconds, I would press down to
Sure that I
ensure
still
that my
have the
phones
phone.
were still there. Because a razor blade now, it's like they just do it like this and steal your phones from it. So yes, phone theft, a mammoth crowd. So if you have any breathing problems or any, I don't think that place is a place you want to be. Do you understand? Because the place was literally so hot.
Sure.
The only sources of air were the drones. Do you understand? So when the drones are coming, when they are above your head, you can feel the wind that is coming with it. Once they leave, so at a point I was just like, I beg, let this drone just stay here.
Yeah, I
Let the
felt
drone
that
just-
too.
Let the drone just stay
the blades, the fan
let
blades.
the
are
drone just
the-
stay here and so that I can breathe and have air or something. Yeah, so that's that. And yes, so next we'll talk about the brutality from the bouncers and security officials. Do you want to read that tweet for us?
All right, so this one is from X. Someone yesterday that a first timer at Ojude Oba sent me this to my DM after she lost her phone and almost passed out. The first one here, she's saying she just wrote a list of things that should be put in place, or that if these things were in place, we would not even meet ourselves in this situation. The first one here, she says a proper barricade should be made for the Aregbes to walk through for the regberegbe, not
Yeah,
the
whereas-
regberegbe,
yeah.
for the regberegbe, she wrote it as the regberegbe, for the regberegbe to walk through to meet the king, but according to their groups, like each egbes and the other
Yeah.
barricades to pass back to their seat. Now
Yeah.
doing this, it makes it well coordinated. So
Yeah.
in the
Yeah.
pictures, what we saw was, all of them being together. But trust me, by the time I got to that place, every one of them was scattered. Some people in different attires, in different offices, were in another. And I'm like, what are people doing here? What are people doing here?
Yeah.
Are you not supposed to be seated together? So, a situation where you have your friend that is not in your own group of, rebe, and you are just saying hello, hi. I think it's not even that crowd was not for meet
Yeah.
and greet.
So
I saw a lot of meet and greets happening. Like, oh, I know you, you know me. And I'm like, you have forgotten why you are here.
Yeah.
Because it made everything. So I don't think I saw them all together. Like the way I saw it in pictures and videos. I wanted to see all of them like together in their, I didn't see that.
Yeah, but part of the reasons for this thing is also reunion. You understand? So that might
Well.
explain why they would be greeting each other. So about this barricade thing, I think that this would be very very helpful because everybody was literally crowded in the middle of the stadium. Now, if we know that the horse riders are going to ride in from the entrance and then ride down to the pavilion where the Oba was seated, barricading this thing in a way that they would have space to come in through the middle would really help. So everybody, whoever is coming to watch, spectators, onlookers, and all of that, you make sure that you stay within your barricade. That way, even the bouncers and the security guys can do their work more effectively. Do you understand? So when the barricades are there, bouncers mount in front of it. Oh, I think was it for some of the brands that came to display, they had to make a human barricade, so everybody locked in their arms
their
and they were
arms,
just
yeah, I
standing.
saw
So
that.
no matter what was going on, no matter the stampede that was going on,
They
they
will not
made
break
sure
past.
they held the fort and nobody could break past them. Do you understand? So imagine having a proper barricade structure and then mounting security guys in front of it so that the people that were coming to do their displays can have a free flow, a free, walkway to go through. Do you understand? Because I don't even know why people don't value their lives. You are seeing horses coming, you are going to stand there. But everybody, everybody. And then, sorry, bringing it back to the phone theft and brutality from security guys. So there was this police officer. The man had been terrorizing everybody. Like he had been, oh God, he was a terror, right? And then this one time he went out to go and control the crowd. And they moved his two phones. I'm sorry, it's not supposed to be funny, but it's funny because this man.
I wish I was
I'm
there,
pretty
Sha,
sure. I'm
'cause I
pretty
would
sure.
laugh.
Like I heard all of a sudden, I just started hearing commotion from because I was able to. Oh my God, I was able to fight my way through to get to that stage that led to where the Oba was sitting, so I could meet up with the rest of the team. And so I was seeing the man. The man was doing too much, and so he just went to one corner to go and control the crowd. And before I know it, I started hearing commotion, and I was like, "What happened?"
What's
Say, they don't
happening?
move. They don't move. He too for like ah. That was such a quick karma. I'm sorry.
All right.
Sharon.
Another one here says there should be a barricade as well where the indigents can watch from and not enter the main stadium. I think that would be weird. Where you are blocking the main Ijebu people from seeing the activity, like you want to barricade them. No, I think it'll be weird. But I think they should just make a bigger space available. Now I get that they have to do it in front of the palace because I mean that's the idea of the festival. But however they can do it, just create space enough for people to come in,
that
or maybe just
barricade, Sha?
limit each family and say, okay, this Ojude Oba, you people can put your tent in front of your house, but not everybody has to come to the stadium. So you can do ticketing where each family, maybe they should just have 10 representatives, five horse riders and 5 other members of the family, where yearly they can rotate and or maybe limit visitor slot. Okay, each family give them a slot of like 10 visitors, and all. I think there's a way that because they should understand that this festival has now been modernized. They've put they didn't put themselves out there. The festival is out there already. So I think they have a year, like they said, they always plan from the end of each festival. They said by now they're already talking about the next outfit that they want to wear and all that. So I think if they have 1 year to plan ahead of next year, they should do it better. Another one
Sure.
says the vendors should be allocated a space beside this. But I didn't really see vendor space, truly. The vendors should be allocated a space beside the stadium where people can come and get stuff, and not for them to enter the stadium carrying buckets, up and down. People were literally, it's like you're in traffic and they're saying, I sell meat pie, I sell zobo.
Yeah.
They were just everywhere, and that was also,
I think
it also made
another
everywhere
another
tight.
thing that may have caused that, the place was already so tight. So trying to find your way out of the stadium to go and get food or something would be very, very hectic. You understand? So those people that came to hawk inside the stadium shad, they were like a relief sort of.
They
But
could
it should
do it
not
within and not that middle, like Jonathan, not on the
yeah, I
carpet.
guess that.
They could
Yeah, it
walk
should not
in
be like that.
where
But
the
I'm just
chairs
I'm
are.
just saying that possible reasons why they would have come in. Because from the beginning of when the whole thing started, from when we came in, the security people were very strict with the people that they were letting into the pavilion. Do you understand? But along the lines, like people started fighting their way in. You would just see the influx. Like, everybody is trying to make sure that they get a spot inside the stadium, and so that I think that's how they all infiltrated the place and all of that. But yeah, that's something that should be looked into as well.
Well-equipped ambulance as well as medical personnel should be on ground. Like you said, there was ambulance and stuff. I think it wasn't
it's
enough,
true.
and it wasn't stationed. And I think these people should have just been maybe paramedics and stuff moving up and down to
so
see
that's what I was
if there's
about to say.
anybody, quickly
Yeah.
take them, and attend
Because
to
what I
because
saw,
anyone
yeah.
could have died from fainting. Like imagine you faint and there's nobody to attend to you. Literally, we don't know what can happen from
Mama,
there.
they said,
You know.
even if the paramedics, you're surprised that the paramedics go first, even
They will faint. I'm telling
Yes,
you,
because I
almost passed
saw.
out.
Yeah, I was actually normal regular people that were bringing out the people that were fencing. I don't think I saw anybody that was dressed in their uniform or something to just show that they were paramedics or anything. But yeah, that should be looked into as well.
Last one here. Let me second to the last one. It says it feels like there was no proper meeting before and to identify vendors, staff for the festival, and so a lot of arguments and fights, happened at the festival. Now, police fighting someone that has a press tag or VIP is so insane.
Yes.
Like you can see that I have a press pass and you are still fighting. They didn't allow us enter. We were literally showing them like the back gate when another camera guy wanted to come in. They were like, no. The man said at the point, he said, Maro, meaning that you're bothering me, you're stressing. And I'm like, what is wrong with you all? In front of me, this soldier was collecting money from people. So the man has said, and one man wanted to enter for like the 15th time with some set of people. And then he was like, Emma worry my son. And he was like, because people were there, he now got conscious. He was like, what do you mean, Umason, Owo for who? He was making it seem like, did you give me any money before? Meanwhile, you have been at this spot collecting money from people to open that gate. A gate that should be opened.
Yeah. So talking about this, not recognizing people that had press pass, and I want to read this tweet from Falastag, the same photographer I spoke about earlier. So he says, first off, I need information about this too. He took pictures of two police officers that brutalized him. The one on the left pushed me off the staircase while I was following my client into the pavilion, and I have all the press passes. But for some reason, even as the person in charge ordered him to let me pass, he refused. There's this thing of bouncers wanting to overdo. Like I saw a video of Yabo Ojo during Priscilla's wedding. A bouncer was coming
to bounce the mother of the bride. It's insane.
Like you people should calm down. How much are they even paying you?
How much
to
you
do all these
collect?
things that you're doing? Like be calming down to the point where your guy is telling you relax for this person and you're saying no. Oh, let me continue. While the one on the right kicked me in my balls about 5 times as I was talking to the first one about what he did. How I didn't react, I don't know, but thank God I didn't. How do you even kick some? You are a man. You know how painful that thing is.
He did it on purpose.
And you are kicking somebody not once, not twice, 5 times. Like that is, I think that was the same officer that they collected his phone. You deserve it. I was so heartbroken when I saw this. And then he said, I was in pain for hours. I cried until now I still feel pain. I put my heart and time into this plea. I stayed at the stadium till 2 a.m. to make sure everyone on my team got all the necessary passes needed to avoid embarrassing situations like this. But these ones in the photos decided it was okay to treat me like an animal. I don't understand. I think, these police people, and you people need to understand that. Now, police you know be God. Now police should be, be God. Why
God,
are you
even
brutalizing
God
somebody
won't do
that
this.
somebody that
Yes.
has a tag? It's not, there are some people, some content creators that just came without tags and all, and they were allowed into,
Nothing.
but this one has a tag, and I'm sure that you can read. You can read and you can see that, okay, this one is a registered media personnel, and you still go ahead to brutalize them like this. I think media personnel are like, they suffer a lot at
They
events.
do.
I think Esiaga was talking about it some time ago. He was ranting so bad on his Insta story, and these people go through so much. Whereas I think that they are like the most important
Part of the
part of
event or
any
any
event.
event.
Forget food, oh, you eat food and forget food. But the media personnel are there to capture memories that will
That
last
will last
forever.
forever.
I saw throwback pictures of Ojude Oba from like many years ago, and this was possible because there was a photographer there. So you treating these people like they don't mean anything. It's just because you are not smart. It's just that you're not intelligent. You're not wise to know that these people are an integral part of every event. So please, you people need to do like this. You see somebody wearing tag, a registered personnel, and you're still treating them like they don't matter. It a pain, like it's really sad. And then on top of that, they now stole his phone again. How about now? The guy has said it now that he's never coming for any Ojude Oba festival, and he's one of those very main people that made the Ojude Oba festival go viral through his documentations and everything last year. But please, let's do better. Security personnel, I beg. Don't go and kill somebody. Which one is like kicking somebody in his balls 5 times? You want to destroy his life. Big. So overall, like we said before, the festival was really beautiful, right? And I think it has more potential to be even more beautiful if some of these measures are put in place, right? I mean, I know, yes, of course, it's a festival. It's not like a dinner night or something. It's a festival, and most of these things are inevitable, right? But let's actually not just let it be status quo. Do you understand? Let things
Yeah.
be done. Let things be put in place to ensure the safety. Because even people that wore family outfits were still harassed
Harassed
and
and
brutalized. Do you
I think
understand? It's
maybe
not
next
even.
time everybody should bear their father's surname. Like stay in your houses if you're not Ijebu people and you were not invited personally by
I've not
family.
even spoken
They've
about
said
myself. I posted on Twitter.
true.
I posted on Twitter. I don't like Ojude Oba is only cute in pictures. Like it was a madness out there today. Beautiful displays nonetheless. Now let's see I write with that. Oh. A lot of people were agreeing with me, but many people dragged me, like they insulted me a lot. And I'm like, see, we need to learn not to be too emotional with stuff. Do you understand? If you get criticism, if it's the truth, accept it. I was not trying to badmouth the festival. I was just talking about my experience. Do you understand? So if I said that this is what happened, you would be like, okay, oh, sorry that you had that experience. So some people say, we did not invite you, don't come again. I myself, I no go come again. I no go come again. I don't want that. Like, I am still trying to. This is several days after, and I'm still trying to recover from the
Um,
experience. It was crazy. All right, so please, let's make it better for those of us that are not coming again. No wahala, but for those that are coming, that for those that have to be there, please, you people should make it better for them. Do you understand? Make
I
it better.
definitely know that I'm not going to be there next year. I've had like enough. I'm still tired. I'm still trying to. I don't even know if I'm the one speaking. I'm really exhausted, and I'll say that it was really exhausting. But I still think that bear your father's surname. If you are not from Ijebu and you were not maybe personally invited by a family, and we've not even I have to quickly touch this. Now, for families so I don't know what the culture permits them to do or not, or what
Yeah.
they, not to do. So I saw that some families wanted to trend, and by such, I mean, take for instance the family that brought Ibrahim Chata to ride on the horse and all. Number one, Ibrahim Chata is not from Ijebu, he's a Takba guy, and seeing him now ride, because I mean, this is supposed to
Yeah.
be their culture, their tradition, it's supposed to be their thing, and so many Ijebus were disagreeing, to it. More importantly, the family that I mean, we were with and talking about, and we were talking about the fact that they were not even supposed to allow or accept, such a thing. But if you're Ijebus and you're reading this and you know how it should be, you can drop it in the comment box or in the comment section what you think about, families that use. I mean, for instance, the Ibrahim Chatter thing, and a lot of people. angry or mad at the fact that other celebrities were there. Some celebrities were representing brands. Take for
Yeah.
instance Latif and
Femi.
Femi Branch. They were representing Adron Homes, and they had already done flyers. If you enter Ijebu now, I'm sure you still see the flyer of Latif and Femi Branch representing Adron Homes and already advertising, the old Ojude Oba theme. So I don't think it's so bad that you're now saying that, oh, everybody stay in your homes. If nobody comes, nobody's going to capture the moment for you all. You're just going to be limited to your Ijebu photographers and nobody will see it. So I think that you guys should also be welcoming and fix your roads, by the way. Fix your roads. You guys, I saw videos. If I tell you we use 50 million, if I tell you we use 20 million, use that money that you have spent in Nigeria. One quarter of that money will fix your roads.
Like,
Because
how
I
is
don't
it that people are traveling from
it felt like a massage chair.
Only that this one was not meant to make
It
you
was
feel
not.
better. It was meant to destroy your body. Like, how are you
God.
spending millions to organize this festival? And the roads are so terrible.
They need to do something
Can
about
do
the roads
better.
in Ijebu.
Yeah, can do better.
All right, let us know what you think about the old Ojude Oba thing. If
Yeah.
you went there and you also have bad experiences, please drop it. And if you have good experiences as well, but trust me, we've talked about the bad. The good is, I think Ijebu women are one of the most beautiful women in
And
Nigeria.
stylish.
Trust
Did you
me,
see-
like very stylish, very beautiful, very pretty women. Shout out to all the Ijebu, particularly that woman that was on shit. I
That
don't know her
shit,
name.
yeah,
that
that
woman
trapeze.
was just, she was giving.
Yeah, a lot of beautiful women every year. And yeah, so that's what we have to say about the festival. If you think that we were wrong, this is not an attack, all right? It's just us giving our feedback from our experience. Do you understand?
We were there.
So we're here.
We went
So-
through it. We went and came back.
God, you brought me home safely.
Thank you,
Jesus.
Jesus.
Yes, but please let us know your experience in the comment section, and if you know other ways that the festival can be improved for the experience for attendees, please also drop it in the comment section. Remember, it's all love here.
Don't forget to
We are not
like,
here for more.
share,
Please,
drop
yeah.
a comment. If this is your first time, please subscribe and of course follow across all social media platforms. It is at Relufe TV. My name is AY with the double O.
And I'm R to the E to the vitamin baby, and we'll see you in our next one.
Bye.